Hopefully this time around my microphone's actually work. My headset's actually working. Um, Hold on, I need to share this. All right. Now, again, help me out with point of view to make adjustments to the case may be. Because again, I am just guessing where my camera is pointing. Try to tighten the pack a little bit. So I think right about it. The wasp, I've seen that. The wasps aren't terrible, but they're not great either. At least they're not aggressive. So hopefully, okay, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully that view is good. Hopefully. I'm just fishing the spinning gear today. Just because most of everything that I'm going to be fishing is going to be focused on hitting these little channels. There's a lot of bass in these channels. And with how overgrown everything else is, this is the easiest way to get to them. So we'll see how this goes. Fairly confident we'll smoke one right off of this. It'll be number one for the day. I almost always get one off of this spot right here. We can keep it out of these keep it out of the branches. And hopefully this hasn't been pressured too heavily today. I've seen a lot of fishers down here, so and I bumped up my line to 40-pound braid from the 30-pound just because we got a little bit more resistance there to abrasion. I'm getting down into these holes here like this. We might be off the bite too. That is a possibility. Let's try poking around back in there. Oh, maybe. Come on. Shake those weeds a little bit. If there's any bass lingering a little bit further back, get their attention. I don't want to shake that around too much. Oh, my throat is dry today. Or I might need to switch lures too. I've been using that 5-inch ghost pearl shad. From Meggraph, and that was killing them. Always great to see how aggressively those bass will hit this. Let's see if we can get a little bit better angle it. Stuff there in the back. If we don't have much luck with this, I'll toss this swim bait in a couple more places. But if we don't pick up any fish off of it relatively soon, yeah, and this is water's way up. Like, this water's way up. This was all dry ground the last time I was down here. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll hop down to the next spot. But like I said, there have been a lot of people down here fishing today. Like further back up that way. Like the bank's just freaking lined with people. And again, I can't see comments, so I will check them occasionally when I find shady spots to sit down so I can actually see my phone. Or when I grab water, whatever, I'll check comments. So be patient. If you got questions, or anything, just hang around. Give me a minute to actually get to the comments. Focus. And if the camera needs adjustment as far as field of view, drop it in the comments. Because again, I can't see the camera. I can't see the angle of the camera. I know it's hitting I felt it hit the back of my head. When it's over my shoulder like this, all I can do is guess. Is just kind of guess at where the camera is pointing, guesstimate about where the field of view is going to be. If they're turtles, usually there's a whole freaking pile of turtles back here on this log. I don't see them. They're probably out. Let's see if there's anything sitting back here. Been a couple of times I've seen some pretty good sized bass sitting right there. Oh. I don't want to walk right up to the water. Just in case there are a few bass sitting down inside of there. I don't want to walk right up to the water, because if they didn't hit this swim bait, when we come back, we can try, you know, throwing something else in there. But if you walk up to the water and spook them, it's game over, right? Then you got to come back hours later when they've actually moved back into their spot. Because I know they're not spawning yet, but oh, yep, I think that is not where I wanted that. The past couple of times I've been down here, I've seen some good sized bass sitting on these little openings. They're probably about, there were a couple of them, they looked like they were maybe getting into that 2-3 pound range. You just got to make sure you stand far back from the bank, because if they spot you, again, game over. Give it a nice overcast so that you get it on the weeds and not splashing in the water. Especially since these bass have been pretty heavily pressured. More subtle you can keep it. And I did get some giant, like 12-inch worms that I really want to try throwing on these open spots. Because if there's any giants that are sitting right along that weed edge, oh yeah, that was. I think they'll pick up a giant freaking worm. Back in Montana, I actually did really good with the big like 12-inch worms. Okay, if this swim bait doesn't pick a bass off of this spot right here, we'll switch it up. Maybe we'll go back over to like the, okay, sweet. I don't see any tracks coming back in here, which is good. Good chance. Oh yeah, that there's all busted open. Must be that muskrat. I know there's been a muskrat that's been working this spot back here. Oh, we missed him. And that was the other thing I was kind of concerned about, is that I'm only using now I don't know if I got any hook on him, but I'm only using a 3/0 hook on these. I do got 4/0 with me, which I might need to bump that hook size up. But if I miss another hook set, if I miss another hook set with this, I don't think I got any hook on him, so there's the possibility we can get him to come back and hit again. Reason number 1332. Why I love braid. Fuck those weeds. That is not where we wanted that. Need that really low toss. Ah! Come on. There we go. I don't know. I might have gotten a hook on him. Generally, these bass, if they're going to hit it, and I know on the back side, I think on one of my other streams I kind of pointed that out. On the backside back through here, there's a spot on the backside of this bunch of freaking bulrushes right here. It's all hollowed out from the current wrapping around. And there are some good sized bass that generally sit right there. It's just trying to get your lure to wrap around. So if I can't get that, I'll switch up my hook. I'll go to the 4-aught and I'll take that weight off of it so I can drift this thing around that corner. I see a bunch of little minnows right back in the corner over here. Yeah, we might need to change a few things around. Go weightless because they'll hit it on the surface. That was a big old freaking snail shell. Okay. Ooh, I need to make sure. Hey, what's up, everybody? Ooh, I need to make sure I turn that brightness down, or it's gonna eat that battery up quick. Oh, we're doing all right. I'm gonna I'm gonna change a few things around on this setup right now. I'm gonna take that weight off. Hopefully my backpack will stay standing. And I take this weight off and bump this hook up to a 4-aught instead of a 3-aught, give us a little bit more hooking power there. And then with the weightless rig, that'll make it a little bit easier fishing some of these pools, these back pools. So there they are. Yep. We'll go ahead and just tuck this 3-aught back in here. Bump this up to a 4-aught. That way we got a little more gap. Oh, damn, tax too. Hopefully the camera angle's good when the pack is on my back. Hopefully y'all have a good view of seeing what I'm seeing. And again, I will follow up on comments as best as I can. But while I'm actively fishing or walking or whatever, I can't see comments or where the camera's pointed. So if the camera needs to shift, you know, left or right. You know, if we need to adjust that camera, just make sure to drop a comment and let me know if there's any adjustments that I need to make, so we have the best view possible, so y'all are able to see what I'm seeing. That way, y'all ain't missing any of these bites, because some of these bites that on these with these bass are explosive. They're freaking amazing. So I think it was the last stream. Sorry, zip this up here real quick. So, okay. I'm feeling pretty fantastic for a Saturday. Just minor feelings of depression. Oh, okay. Get you guys back up on my shoulder. There we go. Hopefully that view's good. We'll try rolling this through here. Weedless. I think weedless is going to be where it's at, to be completely honest. Oh, I forgot to super glue that ring. Oh, over here on the other side, it almost looks like they opened up a big hole back there. We'll hit that on the way back. We'll see if we can. Right. I think we got a piece of hook on that back out of that channel right there. Because the last time I was streaming, it was past 2 times. It was only going off the phone speaker, so audio quality sucked. And like the whole time I was walking, all you could hear was the creaking of my backpack and this constant. Ooh. Nope. I don't want to walk through the tall grass there. I mean, I don't see any snake tracks coming across the road. It's been cold enough that they're probably fairly well in hibernation. But I don't know. I might crawl back in there if we don't catch anything off of the channels and some of the weed piles back in here, the pennywort. We'll see how that goes. And if we can't get the view sorted out, then I'll just use the tripod like I usually do. So many people fishing today. Nobody's on this channel back here, so we'll go ahead and we'll hit this channel. Ooh, big old turtle on that log. Oh, there he goes. Big old turtle. The last time I was down here, I was able to cross all the way across right here. But it looks like the waters came up enough that I can't just walk across this right here. There we go. Oh, there we go. Last year I caught some really nice bass off of this spot, but this year I have not had much luck. I spooked one out of here the other day. It wasn't a giant, but I mean, decent enough. There's definitely plenty of forage in here. One thing I did do is I spooked a huge school of like little baby tilapia. They're only, they're only about 3 or 4 inches long. I'd like to see these bass aggressive enough that they're, hitting it like right as it hits the water. But that's hard to say. Oh yeah. Casting range definitely isn't a concern. Come on. A big old swamp donkey. I know there's some big old swamp donkeys that sit back in here. Just massive bass. Nothing? Yeah. I wasn't really expecting to get anything right here anyway. So, on to the next. I need somebody to remind me to pick up a freaking power pack for my phone. I need to get another one of those Nebos that I had, because that thing was freaking amazing. I could charge my phone like 3 or 4 times on it, or stream for like 10 straight hours between my phone and that pack. And I drove past like 3 freaking Walmarts on my way down here and forgot. I even reminded myself before I left the house, stop and pick up a power pack so that we can stream longer. Lo and behold, little fucking ADHD. There we go. Oop. That friggin' strap keeps tickling the back of my neck. That angle looks okay, I think. Hopefully it's all right. The strap's really pissing me off. This is really annoying the shit out of me. Let's see if I can tuck it down inside of the strap here. My shoulder strap. I'm a little more optimistic about this next spot. Of course, most people I've talked to since I've been down here said that they weren't catching anything, so. But I'm not them! I am the hype. Ooh, something good size moved there. No? Probably frickin' tilapia. Because there are an ungodly number of tilapia in here. Like that's 3/4 of what's in here. Tilapia. And there's always a big school of them that hang out like right in here. Hey, there was no water at all flowing across this. The last time I was here, everything was, all the water was actually flowing underneath. So, most of the water still flowing underneath the concrete here. But yeah, the last time I was down here, there was no water at all coming across this. This was perfectly dry. The bank, it's just that the bank underneath this has all been undercut. Oh shit, nope. Don't fall in the water. I don't want to shoot. I also saw a huge freaking saw a huge crawfish down in this channel over here the last time I was down here. It was a giant. We also had hooked and lost a really nice bass right here off of this weed pile. Something got a bird. Little Tweety bird. Just wasn't quite quick enough. Might actually switch back to the switch over to that mag draft. There's a good bit of water coming through there. If it's enough to hold any bass, but a couple of little tilapia. Ooh. I might double back. This is another spot, like, there's some big bass in here. I've seen some big ones that have hit surface back in this stuff here. I really wish we could take kayaks out here so that I could get back up inside of these channels. Because, yeah. I bet there's probably 18-pound bass in here. I know for a fact they've been pulled out of here that have been in the 10 to over 10 pounds. I watched a guy catch one that was 16. So they're in here. They're just like any big fish. Like any big fish, they're just hard to get to. Yeah, let's do that. Let's double back. Double back to this other side here on this pool just down from here. Don't know how well I'd be able to punch with this rod, but we might try. Might try. If we can find some thinner spots in the weed cover. We might give that a shot. Because I don't have any of my like 1 ounce or 2 ounce punching weights. I think the biggest weight I've got in my bag is 3/8 or ½ ounce, which on the thinner cover, that's enough. Like, that's enough to get you through the pennywort, so you can start jigging that swim bait. You know, run it up and bounce it off the bottom of the pennywort. And that does good. I'd like to do that with some of my friggin' my 8-inch frickin' swim baits. So I think that's got some serious potential to draw up, you know, monster bass. That's why they get so big in here. There is that it keeps the fishing pressure at near zero. So virtually no fishing pressure at all on a lot of those fish because nobody's fishing it. Most people aren't even fishing gear heavy enough to get to those areas. Okay. I guess the other spot is further up than here, but we'll poke down through here. We'll take a stab at this spot right here. See if we can draw anything out. Oops. Didn't mean to go over the top of that. Oh yeah, I spooked a big one over here the other day. He was sitting right in the back here. You can kind of see where the water comes into these bulrushes. And he was sitting right in the back corner there, and my dumbass stepped around the corner trying to get a cast back in there, and he spotted me, took off. Ooh, that was way overcast. Way too far. No, I don't think he's back in there anymore. Ooh, that's some thick shit. Ugh. I'm fairly confident I can get this bait back in there. But oh boy, getting the bass back out of that's going to be it. Do we dare? We dare. Yes, we do. We're going to go ahead and try to just shoot this back in there. Kind of use those cattails to give me my lure back. God, that stuff is thick. Well, there's got to be a good bass sitting back in there. God, there's got to be a good one back in there. Oh, fuck, that was, fuck, bud, that was a cast. Oh, something big just moved back in there. Oh, come on. I don't know, we might have spooked it, but something big moved back in there. It's really easy, like, try pulling that back through there so they're not wrapping it on a branch. Yeah. Oh. Come on. Now. Nope. You might have lost that swim bait. Come on. Come on. I'm definitely not dragging that. That's a whole fucking tree right there. I'm definitely not going to be dragging that. Just trying to get it to flip up over the branch. Oh. Got it. Oh, yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm the only son of a bitch that fishes that shit. Check the line, no fray. Sweet. Well, didn't pull no pigs out of that. Just kind of crazy because, man. I mean, there was definitely something big that moved back in there, but that also could have been a carp. Generally speaking, a big bass would have smoked this thing. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do there. If only that 5-inch mag draft was frickin' weedless. Granted, I wouldn't be 100% like confident or comfortable throwing a $20 lure back up into this stuff, but if it pulled a friggin' 5 or 6 pound bass out of that, oh buddy, oh yep, worth it. Now there was this spot right here. I kind of hot-footed past. I think we can get down here this way. Occasionally, this will hold a couple of nice bass back in here. Oh! It's another one of those spots that it's tucked away. Doesn't get fishing pressure. See a lot of little guys. A lot of little guys. But that channel out there on that side is relatively deep. And it does occasionally produce a decent sized bass or two. Definitely got some evidence here of muskrat or something. I just want to see that wake come out from underneath this freaking brush pile over there. You know, and these bass, they will sit and, whoa, no, I didn't feel very good about that cast. Abort! Abort! That wasn't very good. There's really no casting room back in here. We can try doing a slingshot cast back in there. I don't know. We might be able to get that. Let's see. I don't know. I'm really surprised nothing came. Oh, something moved right there. Maybe that's what we need to do, is focus on these little pockets. I swore I heard something walking in the water right there. Maybe if we just rip it across the surface. Let's see if we can get that further back into this corner back in here. Oh, nice. That cast was so beautiful, it should have produced the fish, just because it was so beautiful. That was perfect. Years of practice on that shit. All right, let's get back to that here. Ah. Mesquite. Thorny sons of bitches is what them things are. Mesquite trees. Now, there were a couple of spots further up here too that last week and when I was down here, it was low enough that it was all dry, which is wild. I've never seen it dry, but we were able to walk back inside of there and get down to the channel. Okay. Onward, Chansey. And it rained down here, so over the let's see, probably Friday, which is great because it resurfaces all of the road, so any critter tracks that you see are fresh. You know, last time I was down here, boy, I tell you, it's pretty wild. Fairly certain there's a juvenile mountain lion that's been hanging out down here in the farther back in the very back of this, closer to the Salt River down there. Little side blotch, the lizards are everywhere down here, so you always hear them running through the brush. Okay, oh, we already fished that, so we're just gonna on to the next. Hopefully I can get to this freaking spot in one of these channels further down here, because that was another one. There was a giant sitting in that channel. I totally screwed it up. I stepped around the corner of the bulrushes, trying to get a cast back in there, because I didn't have my spinning gear. I only had my bait caster, so I couldn't really get much of a cast into the back, which is why all I'm fishing with is my spinning gear today. We might do some fishing later. I might go up to the canal, grab some meat or something for bait. Maybe take a stab at trying to catch some bluegill or something for live bait. Try to go after some flatheads. If we do that, though, I'm thinking we'll probably go up to Scottsdale, maybe over to Tempe, because I know that there's flatheads on the canals over there. The problem is a few weeks ago, I know that they had the canal, at least in one of the sections there that I really like to fish, and that I know there's 20 plus pound flatheads in. They had it drained out for maintenance. So how that affected the fishing, yeah, it's been a few weeks, but how that messed with everything is hard to say. And I don't even, oh, that's flooded. This spot right here. Ooh, I can still get over there. Yeah. I think if we go right down from here. Yeah, I can get down here. This spot had a couple of really big bats that were sitting back in here. I don't see any traps coming back in here, so people haven't been in here. That's good. We'll go ahead and we'll take a little poke at this spot right here, and this spot right back in here before we walk across here, just to see if maybe we got a decent bass or two that are sitting right along here. Nothing there. Yeah, because all of this right here was all dry. There was no water here. Lots of minnows. And this spot, right back in there. I don't know if you guys can see that back in there. Back inside of here, there was a couple of big bass that were sitting right in the back here. But as soon as I stepped around this corner, like a dumbass, though they took off. Like they bolted into the back here. So yeah, I totally blew my chance on those bass. Man. Creep up on this corner here a little bit. Yeah, this pennywort's fucked. This stuff's thick. Oh, come on. A little tough to get a cast back in around this corner. Doing like an inverted cast. Again, really surprised nothing didn't hit anything out of here. These are tough spots to fish though. Like truth be told, these are tough spots to fish. Ooh. Well, there was something sitting back in there. I could see the cattails moving as it took off. Nothing? It's crazy. Oh, it's been a slow day today. This might not be bright enough. I know the last couple times I was down here, I was fishing those nice bright mag drafts. I bounce it. Nothing. All right. Ooh, that was way too far. Right. Come on. There. Just waiting for that big old bass come up there and just suck that swim bait down through the penny wort. I think I need weight for that in particular. A little bit of line out. So I know there's a bit of a hole right here. This all used to be open last year, like all the way, I don't know, it's probably about 10 feet out in front, back into these bushes back in here. This is just kind of a big circle, half circle that was open to that channel right there. It's wild how fast this pennywort grows. It's unbelievable. But that kind of stuff, because on average the water out here is like 8 feet deep, 10 feet deep. So you have about the perfect environment to grow absolutely monstrous bass. And then, kind of like I said, is, they don't get fished. I think I've talked to one guy that actually comes out here with punching rigs and Tokyo rigs and punches all of that pennywort. But he doesn't use big baits. Like, he's just using like little 3-inch freaking craws. It's like punching that stuff. I want to be punching it with like 6 and 8-inch swim bait. Stuff that's gonna look good to a 10 or 12 pound bass. There's some spots down in this stuff here I'd like to try getting to. Oh. I don't like walking across this shit. Something got a bird there. Ooh, we got some decent moving water. Oh. Those might have been tilapia that just came out of there, but yeah, there's some fish sitting in this little channel over here. Ooh, that's soft. Yeah, there's some. Ooh, it's squishy. Well, that water's going somewhere. A big old pile of rocks right there. Lots of raccoon tracks. Some little deer track. Does that have access to anything that looks worth fishing? I don't know. Not really. It's really shallow back in here. But I can see back in here, it looks like there used to be a pool. There's a good bit of water flow through here. Those tilapia or whatever that were sitting in this channel here, they took off and they came out through here, out into this channel back in there. There. Yeah, I think that's all overgrown back in there. I don't see any open water. Well, that was a cool little spot to check out anyway. But doesn't look like it produced any big fish. Whoa! Camera's pointed at the sky. There we go. Should be a little bit better, yeah. There really are. There's tons of cool little spots like that. But there are ground squirrel. They are a pain in the butt to get to. Hopefully this other spot further up here is still shallow enough to cross. I'll get back over on the other side, because all of this stuff out here this one I am fairly confident will not be able to just walk across. It was, last time I was down here, it's pretty well it was pretty well flooded out, even with the water being super low. Yeah, it's got some good flow. What's the raccoon tracks? Don't know if this is gonna produce a bass or not. I don't think I've ever caught a bass off this side. Oh, there's a big old crawfish claw. Really surprised they ain't caught one yet. I mean, yeah, we got hits, so I guess that kind of counts for something. Come on. Do we dare? Yes, we do. I didn't even think I landed on the wall. That curved like. Yeah. And any bass that I get down out of that, I'm definitely dumping down there. Let's try that again. Oh shit! Nope, that wind. I need to get some waterproof boots. I don't know how stable this stuff here is to walk across. That one feels alright. There we go. Maybe we can try getting at it from over here. No snakes, please. People in this trash. Fucking ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna try to be a little sneaky. Right here. There we go. Oh, damn. Oh. Oh, man. That felt like a good sized fish, dude. That was solid. And the fact that he didn't come, like, immediately come up to the surface. Oh, that was a good fish. Damn it. I don't know. Oh. I'll try to. This is ninja fishing like. Okay. Don't snag. Don't snag. I don't want to hit the water that hard. You can definitely see that muskrat's been in and out of this spot pretty good. Damn, that was a good sized fish, dude. That was solid. This is why getting good at slingshot casts is, because all you need is a hole right there like that, and you can get a bait through it. Yeah, and that water's fairly deep. So this is definitely the kind of spot I would expect to find a giant bass. Pull back in here. Obviously, there hasn't been anybody back here in a while. That was awesome. Totally freaking skipped it out to the very edge. Okay, at least here I know I've got overhead room for a hook set. That's such a bummer. Golly, that was a big fish too, man. That was a big fish. You know, it's like, it's one of those things. I know they're in here. I know there's giant bass. I think that's at least one place that I can write down. Check this place. There's another one of those spots. It's like I know there's good sized fish, some decent sized bass that sit back here. It's just they're so freaking hard to get to. And for some of them, some of these spots like this, is that the bass are hard to get to, and they're eating really well. So trying to get one that's really willing to bite can be a challenge. Oh, well, we've definitely, I'll find a spot here. I can check my phone. Hey, what's up? Dude, I'd love to go fishing in Brazil. Friggin', that would be amazing. That's like a dream place to go fishing. Brazil, the Amazon. Like, you know, red-tailed catfish, arapaima. Though, I mean, arapaima, that's bucket list fish right there. I know they're nearly impossible to be able to actually get to fish for them. Because they are technically an endangered species. Hold on, I need to swap my zipper over. I need water. I need water. Oh, and at some point, I want to try these 10.5-inch worm. I think these things are gonna smack a big old freaking bass. Though the places you can actually fish those things effectively is pretty niche. Let's see. We'll do a little readjusting here. So pull this out. Real quick. Wearing pajamas with braids.
Amber alert. Child abduction 118th and Edgemont Avenue, Avondale, as 3-year-old black female.
Child abduction. Fucking Amber alerts. People equal shit. Hopefully the camera view's been good. Like I said, I can't see where the camera's pointing until I actually go back and review the video. So hopefully the camera angles have been good. Hopefully you guys have had a good view of seeing what I'm seeing. It can definitely be tough. Keeping that view. Oh, let's see, where's our battery life at? We're at 50%. Hey, we're doing a lot better than we did the other day. Because I tell you what, the other day, by the time we hit an hour and a half, we were already down to like 30% battery. It was lame. Oh. Oh. I certainly wish that there was an easier way to cross this channel over here. That wasn't quite so sketchy. Because it's awful sketchy. But we might come back over on the way back. Because that bass that I hooked back here in this corner, that thing was a pig. So we've had, let's see, we've hooked 3. I just can't get a good hook set. Lame. Get the tripod strapped back in. Get back across that channel. Come on, get that strapped down good, so that's not going nowhere. Oh, make sure we turn that screen brightness down so we ain't freaking eating our battery. All right. Here you go, guys. Hopefully that's good. Hopefully we got good audio. I've been having a problem with it not connecting to the headset while I'm streaming, and it's just using the phone microphone. And the phone microphone's audio sucks. Ooh, lots of raccoon tracks. There's raccoons. Trash pandas. It'd be really great if they would actually make bridges over this. I mean, I know that the pennywort makes that awful difficult. Pennywort definitely makes it difficult to do anything like that, but I don't know. If I figure if land management was actually doing its job with this, all of this stuff here, it wouldn't be so bad. Oh yeah, all that's still dry down in there. So I'm not gonna worry about frickin'. Oh, ground squirrel. Yeah, all of this down in here is usually full of water. It's all dry. I walked down in there the last time I was down. Sun might be making it kind of a pain in the ass. Might be a little blurry. Hopefully it's not too hazy from the sun. But yeah, it's friggin'. There were a couple of decent little holes down in there that I found. You know, I walked down through. I don't know if I don't think I walked down through this. I know I walked through that pool back there. That's still got some green vegetation in it. I think that's where the main channel comes out. 'Cause there's that next pool right there. I can actually fish this spot. Wasn't able to get down and fish this with my my other gear. There's just not enough room to get a cast out. What is that, a duck? I don't know, there's something moving around back in that corner. Let's see if we can shoot this back in there. Oh man, I think y'all missed that cast. That was like right up on the, like right next to the bank back in that corner. Just wow. What a cast. Some little fish that are kind of tapping the surface back here. Yeah, that sucked. And slingshot cast, man. I tell you, that's got to be one of the handiest freaking casts I know. I'm pretty sure I had one hit, but one of those times I pulled that up, it was all kind of, this was all jacked up. Morning doves. Try to make it a goal to not smoke another cigarette for the rest of the day. So I've been doing pretty good. I think that's probably why the oh, damn it. Yep, that was definitely a pass. I just keep missing the hook sets. I just want that that bass that comes up and just chomp, take off. Some like little turtles and stuff back up in there, but no, damn it. Tough fishing and that stuff. Hey, we can cross this. Pulling everything out of there. Oh yeah, we'll be able to get across here. There was another spot the other day, last weekend. I pulled a decent bass off of that. And this here is another one of those spots that will produce some decent sized bass. So kind of like the other holes. It's just been dead. I don't know if we're just out of the bite. People, oh my god, dude. People in their fucking trash. I have some select shit to say about some certain groups of fucking people. Alright. On to the next. We're about down to the... Oh, I'll take this side back. Oh, we're about down to the last pool. Well, almost last pool. There was a spot. Did I pass that already? No. There was just a spot right there to get after. I think it was further up here. There's another spot where you can get down on the channel with the water being higher. Because it's a part of the channels that comes through here, but it's a section of that channel right before it goes into the main pool. When there's enough water in there for the bigger bass to get back up into that channel, like they'll pull back in there. And I lost one back in there last year. I bet you she was probably pushing 8 pounds. Just a giant of a bass. There's another section of channel back in here, but I can't see if there's even water in it because of these all those bulrushes. Dear state of Arizona, city of Phoenix, Tolleson, whoever manages this, I want a job. Let me manage it. To hell with your book smarts. I have field time as experience. Because this is just trashy. So many dead trees and shit down in here. One of the first things to go would be the freaking pennywort. Okay, guys. This channel, we're gonna catch bass here. This will be the first one of the day that we actually get a good hook set on and get him to the bank. Yeah, this channel right here. Maybe. Oh well. Wasn't exactly the channel I thought this one was. Maybe the other side there. Maybe not. But yeah. Like all of this right here, like 8 feet, 10 feet out, this was all clear just a couple of months ago. Not anymore. All overgrown. I think it'd be great if they put trout in here. Little brook trout or rainbows. Rainbows would do pretty good in this. You'd actually be able to get some decent sized trout that would come up into this stuff. They'd get fairly good size. Okay, so this channel right here, further down, was one of the spots that I was able to get down to the channel. Tons of tilapia, like in bluegill, a bunch of little guys. They were everywhere. Hundreds of them. But yeah, managing a project like this, no, you don't fucking know. Oh, dude, a crawfish! I found a crawdad! Oh, he got away. I don't know if you guys saw him. Right down in here. He's just a little guy, about that big. So, that confirms it. There are some good sized crawfish in here. It wasn't just a one-off. I can see some little tilapia and bluegill or something back in here. Man, that crawfish was dark. It was really, really, really dark. I need a fishing buddy. Well, it's fun fishing by myself and everything, but god damn it. So the full loop down here is just over 7 miles. So we're about halfway, I figure, about halfway. I might walk all the way down to the very last pool here. I'd really like to get down to the salt Salt River. I think that'll be a good stream. Of course, with that, if I do that, I won't stream any of this until I actually get down here to these lower pools. Because we'll do a little bit of bass fishing, but then we'll just hot foot down to the salt where all of this out of Tres Rios actually goes into the salt for flatheads. Because there are some big flatheads down there. There are a few guys that were had pulled them out of there that were over 40 pounds. So there's some giant flatheads down there. And I definitely need my heavy gear. Good things gonna come my way. Oh. I see water. It's barely moving now. So this is the junction. I'm pretty sure this is the junction where it loops around. Oh yeah, there's some water down there. So from this junction right here, if you take this and then you walk the other side back up, this whole loop right here is like 7.3 miles. And then if you go straight and you take this all the way back to the last pool on the spillway, I think that was like 9 miles, something like that, to do the full loop. Okay, now, the last time I was down here, there were some good sized fish, but these fish are these ones are hard to get to. More so that they're hard to get to without spooking, I guess would be the better term. Oh yeah, there's one moving right down here. Ooh. Oh, we got him! We got him! Oh, yeah, buddy! Oh, yeah! Nice. He's a little guy, but... yeah! There we go, guys. With a nice little largemouth. Go ahead and we'll toss him back there in that corner. So, I mean, it would be great if I could actually get back up in all of this stuff here. Get to that. There's a little island right there where that old hollowed out tree and palm are. There's a bunch of holes all there that do hold fish. It's just, like I said, actually getting to them is a challenge. I think that's actually only like the second bass that I've caught out of this particular spot. Mostly because you know, once you come up to the wall here, virtually everything out there spots you. The water's clear enough. Oh, these flies. Oh, come on. Got tails. We got a fuzzy fish. I hate how they say it. It's like they want this to like grow wild and natural and all. It's like, no, wild and natural. This place would have burned. Fire would come through here with all this blowdown and underbrush and everything. I want to know where that comes out over here. I don't think I've really explored that. Oh, hey, here we go. Oh, oh, something good size just right down here. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking right at the ground. Something good size just moved right down here. Oh, that's a big old pool right there. Keep a little profile. We'll get at least, I think we'll get at least one decent sized bass out of here. Oh man, why didn't I ever fish this before? I've never fished this. Come on, we got it. This has got to bring out at least one good bass. almost wonder if I should switch over to that mag draft. No, what? No fucking way. No fucking way. No fucking way I don't catch a bass out of here. Unreal. No, there's gotta be some big bass. There's gotta be some big bass. That makes me wanna switch over to that mag draft just to see if something will come bolting out after that. No, something big moved. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but something big moved out of this spot right down here. Came out this way underneath that brush pile. And that's a deep hole. Like, that's deep. It's probably 4 feet deep. Unreal. I can't believe I didn't get smoked. This thing didn't get smoked. And oh, I know with every fiber of my being, there is at least 1 or 2 good sized bass that are hanging right there in all that blowdown. What do we got over here? Definitely want to watch where I'm stepping out here. A lot of dog, deer track. That doesn't look like that holds anything significant back in there. At least not worth diving into. Just wild. I didn't have anything hit out of here. Knowing that this comes down over here though. Now, of course, it might have just been the pattern. That does make me want to grab that 5-inch mag draft and drop that down in there, because I'll give it to that mag draft. The bass were hitting that far more aggressively than they've been hitting these little 5-inch. I don't know if it's just that it's got a bulkier profile. What the deal is with this. I haven't been down this way. And fuck, I haven't been down here in a hot minute. But yeah, that current, this is the last pool that I know of. This is the last pool. And then you got, actually looks like there might be another spillway over there. But then you got the spillway over there. Definitely had some people down here night fishing. Mud hand. I didn't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything out there. A little chunk of quartz. Yeah, and then if I remember right, that concrete right there goes across to the other side, and there's a big spillway that goes across right there, and then that goes down to the salt. All right, I'm gonna do a battery check. Battery and comments. Oh. So we might circle around. What's our battery? 35%. I think if we hot-footed over there, there was some pretty good fishing over that side. On the back side of the spillway, I've pulled a couple of decent sized bass out of there. Oh, wait. Turn that screen brightness down so we're not just... And I need somebody to remind me to pick up a damn power pack for my phone so that we don't run into this issue. Hopefully that's a good camera view. Honestly, I think these are better streams. Let's see. There's no outlet on that side. Do I really want to walk all the way down there to get around? Not really. You know what? I'm hell bent on it. We're gonna go back this way. I'm gonna hit that other end of that spillway. I'm gonna try switching. And I don't know. Let's try dropping with one of them big old 10.5-inch worms down in there. No, I think is what I'll do is I'll grab that 5-inch mag graph. We'll see if that mag graph picks anything up. This is like I had mentioned earlier. Dude, them bass were absolutely destroying that mag graph. And then we'll fish up this side here. So at least we've successfully landed one fish. But everything in my bones tells me there's a big old fucking bass down in here that needs to be caught. We'll try this once more. Nothing? All right. While we're retying, let's pop this. Let's pop this out here. So that's not just pointing at the ground. I'll turn this up just a little bit. And since I'm not super concerned with it, I'm just gonna use. Let's see, what box did I put that mag grab? I don't know. Should we throw one of these 10.5-inch worms down in there? I mean, we're looking at. We want to catch a big old freaking bass. I think a 4/0 will be enough hook. Let's do it. Okay. Got that. Down like that. I've had some people tell me that, oh, you can't throw big baits like that. The bass ain't that big. And the only thing I have to say about that, you don't throw big baits like this. That's why you don't catch big fish like I do. So, let's give her a shot. We'll give her a good old college try. We'll just go ahead and set up this tripod here. While we're fishing this spot. And if nothing comes up and just smokes this thing, then I'll switch back over to that mag graph. And we'll see. See if anything will come out and hit that mag draft. Now the other thing I was thinking too is fish could very easily go up underneath and hang out in the culvert. No? Let's try mag drafting this thing. And if we don't get anything on that, we'll go back to our other swim bait there. We'll see how that turns out. But one thing for sure was last weekend when I was down here, that mag draft, and actually these giant worms might actually be good fishing out there on all that penny wart. Put like a 3/8 ounce weight on it and just punch that down. Let's see what box should I put that mag draft in. I have a brand new one, but I am not about to throw that on and get that completely torn apart. So this little guy last weekend, I mean, this thing got the shit beat out of it. Like, it is about to come apart. So we'll see if we can get the last little bit of life out of this thing. The magnet got knocked out of it. The hook's bent. The body's all blown out. There's teeth marks all over it. This poor little thing was getting absolutely smoked. Everywhere I dropped it in, it didn't matter where I was fishing it, this thing was getting hit. So, but I try not to crutch on just one lure. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this. And actually it was 2 weekends in a row, because the first weekend I came down here, I only had like 8-pound fluorocarbon on my rod, and I lost 2 of these. I had them snapped off. The bass were hitting them so hard that they were breaking my line when they'd hit it. Okay, let's see. Hopefully audio's good. Hopefully picture's good. Since we're at 35% ish on our on our battery, it's kind of a pain to tie that knot with a heavier lure on. You got a 2 wraps? Tie that up like that. Okay. Trim off our excess. Man. Let's go ahead and see if something will come out and smoke this thing. Oh, we got a branch. Definitely a lot of freaking debris down there. No? Nothing on that path. That's like so disappointing. I can't believe that this did not produce a fish. Osprey. I don't know. I'm willing to bet they I might have gotten spotted. Yeah. Well, they weren't interested. We'll go ahead and we'll switch back. Get a fresh swim bait on this. Yep. Ow. Oh, buddy. So I'll probably just run my phone until until the battery dies. So if the stream just suddenly cuts out, it's probably because my battery died. But we'll get in as much screen time as we can on these fish, and hopefully we'll get one or two more. And I will be sure to get a power pack, so we can get in longer streams. Yeah, I like the color of that one. That was good. And stay tuned. Like, this is not the only stream I'm going to be doing today. I definitely think I'm going to hit the canals, or maybe go check out Scottsdale side. I just need to. No, we need zippers on this side. Yeah, it's great here. Like, this is perfect. It's about 65, 70 in the shade. All right, let's get this here mounted back to the pack. Oh, come on. I think it's great, this freaking... I didn't realize this pack was like perfect for this, because it has like rod straps on the side. Oh, come on. So I can really get a good sturdy mount. There we go. That's locked in. All right. Nice. So, all right. I think that'll do. Hopefully that's a good view there. And just because. I'll take one more down there. Oh, so disappointing. Okay. Let's make tracks, y'all. Alright, hopefully the camera's good view out this way. Yeah, I've actually been pretty happy with how these streams have turned out. Seems like y'all really like them, which is great. So this is definitely something I'll continue to do. I'd really like to get a couple of GoPros just to shoot raw video with while I'm streaming, for more, more camera angles, all that good stuff. Looks like we got some. Ooh, what was that? I don't know, it's gone now. Saw something down there that mouse maybe? I don't know. So yes, we're gonna run this until the phone dies. So I think we were at about 30%. As long as we, ooh, wait a minute, wait. Should I turn the screen brightness down? No. Oh, snap. What's up, everybody? Awesome. Turn down the screen. What's our battery at? 25%. Turn that down. So we got maybe another 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe before the phone dies. So we'll give her hell until then. Hot foot it up to these other pools. And then once the phone dies, I'll just hot foot it back to the car. Get the phone on the charger. Get my happy ass up there to Walmart and get a friggin' power pack. Get the phone charged, all that good stuff. Get set up for another stream. Whew. A little windy. Need to get out and walk more. I'm getting fat. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. channels. I don't think this was one of the better channels. No, let me check this one. I wish this pool still had the center. Used to have a big clear spot, which was good fishing. There was some good sized bass I pulled out of there last year. Getting up, that were up there at 4 to 7 pound range. But I never do anything to manage it, so. There's a tree. Make tracks. Walk like you got a purpose. There's a channel on this side of this pool up here that we were able to fish on the other side. That's where that little center island thing was. So whatever that, yeah, that was a good sized fish that I hooked back in there, but might have been worth taking the other side up. Just for the sake of being able to hit that pool again. But I don't know. This one here. This one here wasn't all that great either. Got to get up on the corner up ahead of us there. Then this side, that's right, this side here was where you can get down to the channel here. There is a spot back in there that you can kind of get back in at the mouth of the channel. And if you go back in here, you can actually, and then see there's a spot back in there. And then there's cottonwoods right there. There's a little clearing right there you can kind of get out on. But that's a gamble. I don't know, it's probably still too early in the day for those bigger bass to be pushing up into the shallow water. They'll hang out, and so you'll get like a deep pocket at the end of a channel. Those bigger bass will come up and they'll sit right in that creek channel, that submerged creek channel. And they'll hang out there during the day, and then once the water or the sun comes up off that water, they'll start pushing up into the channel after the bait fish. Because these channels are absolutely packed with little, 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch bluegill and tilapia. They are everywhere. Yeah, so it was right back in there where we were fishing earlier, out on that point. Is where that bass was big, like right off the bank. The water right there is like 2 feet deep, and he was leaving a wake. All right, hold on. Oh, damn it! Oh, boy, he hit that quick. Will we get a second shot at him? I doubt it, but let's try. Oh yeah. Man, that was instant. Oh. Again, I don't know, that they might not be that big though. They definitely had the tail. No, he had body. He had the whole body. Come on. Dang. All right. We'll give this little spot here a try. See if we can get anything moving. I've caught a few nice bass out of this spot, but the past couple of times I've stopped here haven't been great. And usually you'll get see if we can get this down through that penny wort. I'm kind of curious what we were getting hit by down here. Like, was it just like some big aggressive bluegill? Yeah, well. Alright, well, they weren't smacking it as soon as it was getting dropped in there, so since we're on limited time at the moment, on to the next. There is this spot. which is a relatively new spot. I'd never seen it before. That some people had cleared out, I think. Not right there. Right up here. Which is just kind of a weird spot too. I mean, I definitely say it was probably some frickin' Mexicans or something. I don't know. One thing's for sure though. Everywhere they go is trashed. There's just tons of trash back there. Clothes. It's ridiculous. Okay, I got it. Okay. I don't know if I could get I really want to get out along those cattails right there, but I don't have enough headroom there to really give a good overhand cast. Oops, something moved right here. Come on. I really want to. It'd be really great to get catching my PB bass on stream. That would be amazing. Oh, a bunch of bluegill. Got some good sized ones there too. Yeah, so we were fishing earlier. We were fishing right back up in there where the trees are all hanging out. Yeah, they just drag a bunch of shit down here and then leave it. You know, I could just about, if I had my big rod, I could probably just about get away with frickin' getting a frog or something all the way out there to them cattails. Or one of my just giant freaking swim baits. Just slow roll that giant swim bait through here. No takers? Really? That's wild. I really expected to get hit along that. I want to just feel that smack. Just that solid hit. Like that one that hit back in there, man. That was solid. Like he didn't peck at it or nothing. He just bam and took off. Might be fun to come out here at night with frogs and topwaters and just plug out across all of this stuff, all that open water. Because once the sun comes off the water and it gets dark, them big bass, they're more prone to actually come out and start cruising open water. And I know there's some giants in this pool in particular. Last year coming down here, there are 4 of them. 4 of them that they were every bit of 10 pounds. They were absolute giants. But I would think that those ones they're probably the only way you're going to get to those ones is at night. They have the advantage during the day. And anytime anything hit the water, like they were gone. Yeah, see, and I used to fish this down here. And that used to have some decent sized fish in it. But it's like, it's dry now. All covered in algae. Just gonna kind of hot foot it. Speed fish. I think I got enough battery life to hit like 1 or 2 more of these spots. Quick check. 17%. Yeah. So like I said, we're at 17%. We got a few minutes. We got a little bit of time. If I'm quick about it, we can probably get in 1 or 2 more spots. Can we get to that spot? No. See, there's another channel back in there. That's still all pretty solidly flooded. That's another one. It tends to hold some good bass in there. It's just situational to actually get there. Like the conditions have to be right. And I am not going to get my feet wet. Ideally, I'm not getting my feet wet. I did that once before, dude, and like that tore my feet up bad. Oh man. That was hands down probably the worst athlete's foot I have ever had. That was miserable. Like I could barely walk. It was bad. House wins. quite a few of those guys. Okay, little rig. Ooh, ooh. All right. I don't recall if we fished this one yet. I think we fished the other side. I don't think we fished this side. Pretty sure this was another spot. This was a good, fairly decent spot. Oh no, maybe we did. No, we fished this. The channel there wasn't very good. There's like 3 or 4 of these channels back here on these little that ain't really worth stopping at. I wonder how. I'll have to check my OnX. Probably at about 6 miles right now. Almost looks like a fish sitting underneath that log. Turtles! Alright. This next pool here. This one here should have a decent spot. A couple of my favorite spots, but because they always do. I really wish they would just clear all this shit out so you could actually get to the channel and those pools back in there. I don't know why they don't put more time and effort into actually maintaining these. Oh, some blackbirds. I mean, really. Raccoon tracks. Oh, so many raccoon tracks. All right. This one, I'm pretty sure we fished this one. Yeah, that's right, we did. And then it's the next like 3 pools. That actually have the potential. Oh, I can see some tilapia or something hanging on the surface underneath that blowdown over there. You can usually tell tilapia because there's you'll see like 5 or 6 of their backs sticking out of the water. I'm pretty sure those were tilapia. Yeah. There were a couple of them sitting on the bank right here that but yeah, all they did was run. No. Oh, something big just came out of there. Damn it. Again, it's hard to say if they're, 'cause I mean, there's some big freaking tilapia in here. I'm not bashful to